How to Become a Millionaire. A Money Mastery Audiobook. Hello, and welcome to Money Mastery Audiobooks, your destination for practical lessons on building wealth, mastering money, creating financial freedom, and developing the mindset needed for long-term success. If you're ready to take control of your financial future and learn the principles that have helped millions of people build lasting wealth, then you're in the right place. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. By subscribing, you'll never miss our latest audiobooks covering investing, personal finance, entrepreneurship, wealth creation, and financial independence. Your support also helps this channel continue creating high-quality content that can educate and inspire people around the world. Today's audiobook is titled How to Become a Millionaire. For many people, becoming a millionaire sounds like an impossible dream reserved for the lucky, the highly educated, or those born into wealthy families. But history tells a different story. Countless self-made millionaires started with very little. Some began with ordinary jobs. Others started businesses from their garages or side hustles after work. Many experienced failures, setbacks, and financial hardships before eventually achieving extraordinary success. The truth is that becoming a millionaire is rarely the result of a single lucky break. It is usually the outcome of thousands of smart financial decisions made consistently over many years. Wealth is built through discipline, patience, continuous learning, wise investing, and the willingness to improve yourself every single day. In this audiobook, you'll discover the mindset, habits, financial principles, and practical strategies that can help you move toward becoming a millionaire. Whether you're just beginning your financial journey, working to eliminate debt, building your first investment portfolio, or looking to accelerate your path to financial freedom, the lessons you'll hear can help you make better decisions with your money. Remember, this audiobook is not about chasing overnight riches or unrealistic promises. It's about building real wealth that lasts for decades and creating a life of financial security, freedom, and opportunity. So find a comfortable place, remove distractions, keep an open mind, and prepare to learn the timeless principles that have helped countless ordinary people achieve extraordinary financial success. Let's begin. Introduction. Welcome to the beginning of a journey that has the potential to transform not only your finances but also the way you think about money, opportunity, and success. Before we discuss investing, budgeting, or building multiple income streams, we need to understand one important truth: becoming a millionaire is not a single event. It is a process. It is the result of making smart financial decisions consistently over many years. While some people inherit wealth or experience extraordinary business success, the vast majority of self-made millionaires build their fortunes one decision at a time. Many people believe that becoming a millionaire requires a six-figure salary, exceptional intelligence, or incredible luck. These beliefs often discourage people from even trying. The reality is that wealth is far more closely connected to habits than to income alone. A person who earns a moderate income, saves consistently, invests wisely, and lives below their means can often build greater wealth than someone who earns a high income but spends everything they make. Another common myth is that millionaires take huge risks with their money. In reality, many successful people focus on managing risk rather than chasing it. They understand the importance of planning, patience, and making informed decisions. Instead of looking for shortcuts or get-rich-quick opportunities, they concentrate on creating steady, sustainable financial growth over time. It's also important to understand the difference between income, wealth, and financial independence. Income is the money you earn through your job, business, or investments. Wealth is the total value of what you own after subtracting what you owe. Financial independence is the point at which your investments and assets generate enough income to support your lifestyle without relying entirely on active work. Understanding these differences helps you focus on building lasting financial security instead of simply increasing your paycheck. One of the greatest advantages you have is time. The earlier you begin making wise financial decisions, the more opportunity your money has to grow. Even if you're starting later in life, the principles of saving, investing, learning valuable skills, and increasing your income can still have a meaningful impact on your financial future. Every positive financial decision you make today can move you one step closer to your goals. You don't need to come from a wealthy family. You don't need a perfect education. You don't need to know everything before you begin. What you do need is a willingness to learn, the discipline to stay consistent, and the patience to allow your efforts to compound over time. Wealth is rarely built overnight, but it can be built steadily by ordinary people who commit to extraordinary consistency. Throughout this audiobook, you'll discover the mindset, habits, and financial strategies that many successful people have used to build wealth. You'll learn how to increase your earning potential, manage your money wisely, invest for long-term growth, build assets that produce income, develop habits that support success, and create a financial plan that can serve you for the rest of your life. Each chapter builds upon the previous one, giving you practical knowledge that you can begin applying immediately. The goal isn't simply to help you earn more money. It's to help you think differently about money, make better financial decisions, and develop the confidence to pursue lasting financial freedom. No matter where you are today, your financial future is not determined by your past. It is shaped by the decisions you make from this moment forward. With that foundation in place, let's begin with the first and most important step on the journey to becoming a millionaire, building the millionaire mindset. Chapter 1: Build the Millionaire Mindset. Every great achievement begins with the way a person thinks. Before you can become a millionaire, you must first develop the mindset of one. Wealth is not created by chance. It is created by the beliefs you hold, the decisions you make, and the actions you repeat over time. Many people focus on earning more money without changing the way they think about money. They hope that a bigger salary, a better job, or a lucky opportunity will solve all of their financial problems. But history has shown that people who don't develop good financial habits often lose their wealth just as quickly as they gain it. A millionaire mindset comes before millionaire results. The first characteristic of a millionaire mindset is taking complete responsibility for your financial future. It's easy to blame the economy, your employer, your education, or your circumstances for where you are today. While these factors can certainly create challenges, they do not have to determine your future. The most successful people ask themselves one important question: what can I do to improve my situation? When you accept responsibility for your finances, you stop waiting for someone else to rescue you. You begin looking for opportunities instead of excuses. You understand that every financial decision you make today will influence where you are 5, 10, or 20 years from now. The next step is setting clear financial goals. You cannot reach a destination if you don't know where you're going. Successful people rarely leave their financial future to chance. They define exactly what they want to achieve and create a plan to get there. Ask yourself questions like: how much money do I want to save this year? How much debt do I want to eliminate? How much do I want to invest every month? What kind of lifestyle do I want to create for myself and my family? The more specific your goals are, the easier it becomes to make decisions that move you toward them. Once you've established your goals, write them down. Studies have shown that people who write down their goals are more likely to achieve them because written goals create clarity, focus, and accountability. Review them regularly and adjust them as your circumstances change. Another important part of the millionaire mindset is believing that wealth is possible. This doesn't mean pretending that success is guaranteed or ignoring life's challenges. It means refusing to believe that financial success is reserved only for other people. Many self-made millionaires started with very little. Some worked ordinary jobs. Some grew up in difficult environments. Others experienced business failures, financial losses, or personal setbacks before eventually achieving success. Their stories remind us that where you begin does not determine where you can end up. What matters most is your willingness to learn, adapt, and continue moving forward. Your beliefs influence your actions. If you believe wealth is impossible, you'll probably avoid learning about investing, business, or personal finance. If you believe financial success is achievable through discipline and persistence, you'll be far more likely to develop the habits that lead to long-term wealth. Another defining characteristic of millionaires is that they think long-term. Modern culture often encourages instant gratification. People want quick profits, overnight success, and immediate rewards. But wealth is rarely built that way. Millionaires understand delayed gratification. They are willing to sacrifice today's comfort to create tomorrow's freedom. Instead of buying everything they want immediately, they ask whether today's purchase will bring lasting value or simply provide temporary satisfaction. Instead of looking for shortcuts, they focus on consistent progress. Instead of trying to become rich in a month, they build financial habits they can maintain for decades. This long-term thinking affects every area of their lives. They invest consistently, continue learning new skills, strengthen their businesses, and improve themselves year after year. Another powerful mindset shift is seeing problems as opportunities. Every successful person faces obstacles. Businesses experience setbacks. Investments decline. Careers hit unexpected challenges. The difference is that successful people don't allow temporary difficulties to define them. They ask, what can I learn from this? They treat failure as feedback rather than defeat. Each mistake becomes a lesson that helps them make better decisions in the future. Developing resilience is one of the greatest financial advantages you can have because the journey to wealth is rarely perfect. There will be moments of uncertainty, disappointment, and unexpected change. Those who remain committed despite these challenges often achieve remarkable results over time. Continuous learning is another hallmark of the millionaire mindset. The world changes constantly. New technologies emerge. Industries evolve. Financial markets shift. The people who continue learning are often the ones who continue growing. Read books about personal finance, investing, business, leadership, and success. Listen to educational audiobooks and podcasts. Learn from people who have already achieved the goals you're pursuing. Knowledge alone won't make you wealthy, but applying valuable knowledge consistently can transform your financial future. It's also important to surround yourself with positive influences. The people around you shape your thinking more than you may realize. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, excuses, and fear, it becomes much harder to stay motivated. Seek out people who encourage growth, responsibility, learning, and ambition. Build relationships with individuals who inspire you to become better financially, professionally, and personally. Finally, remember that becoming a millionaire is not simply about having $1 million. It's about becoming the kind of person who can create, manage, and grow wealth responsibly. Money is often the result of discipline, patience, knowledge, wise decision-making, and consistent action. As you strengthen these qualities within yourself, you also strengthen your ability to build lasting financial success. The millionaire mindset isn't developed in a single day. It's built through daily choices, daily learning, and daily improvement. Every positive financial decision you make brings you one step closer to the future you want. Now that you've begun developing the mindset of a millionaire, it's time to focus on the next essential step, increasing your income. After all, while mindset lays the foundation, growing your earning power provides the fuel that allows your wealth to expand. Chapter 2: Increase your income. Now that you've begun developing the mindset of a millionaire, it's time to focus on the next essential piece of the puzzle, increasing your income. While it's true that saving and investing are critical to building wealth, there is only so much you can save if your income remains the same. One of the fastest ways to accelerate your journey toward becoming a millionaire is to increase the amount of money you earn. Many people spend years trying to cut small expenses while never looking for ways to earn more. Although budgeting is important, there comes a point where your greatest financial opportunity is not saving another few dollars, it's increasing your earning potential. Millionaires understand this principle well. Instead of asking, how can I spend less, they also ask, how can I create more value and earn more money? Income is the engine that drives wealth creation. The more income you generate, the more you can save. The more you save, the more you can invest. The more you invest, the more your wealth has the opportunity to grow over time. The first step to increasing your income is developing valuable skills. The marketplace rewards people who solve problems. The more valuable your skills are, the greater your earning potential becomes. Consider learning skills such as communication, leadership, sales, negotiation, project management, digital marketing, programming, graphic design, bookkeeping, financial analysis, or business management. These skills are in demand across many industries and can significantly increase your career opportunities. Never stop learning. Read books, listen to audiobooks, take online courses, attend workshops, and practice your skills regularly. Every new skill you master becomes another tool that can help increase your income throughout your life. If you're employed, look for opportunities to grow within your company. Volunteer for additional responsibilities. Become known as someone who is dependable and willing to solve problems. Improve your productivity. Learn skills that make you more valuable to your employer. People who consistently create value often position themselves for promotions, bonuses, salary increases, and leadership opportunities. However, don't assume that your primary job has to be your only source of income. Many millionaires build wealth by creating multiple income streams. Relying on a single paycheck can leave you financially vulnerable. If that source of income disappears unexpectedly, your financial plans can quickly be disrupted. Multiple income streams provide greater security and create more opportunities to build wealth. One of the most effective ways to do this is by starting a side hustle. A side hustle allows you to earn additional income outside your regular job while developing new skills and exploring business opportunities. Examples include freelance work, consulting, tutoring, photography, graphic design, web development, online stores, content creation, bookkeeping, virtual assistants, or offering specialized services in your community. At first, your side hustle may only generate a modest amount of income. That's perfectly normal. The goal isn't immediate riches. The goal is to create another source of earnings that can grow steadily over time. Many successful businesses started as evening or weekend projects before eventually becoming full-time careers. Entrepreneurship is another path that has helped countless people build significant wealth. Starting a business involves risk, hard work, and persistence, but it also offers the potential for greater financial rewards because your income is no longer limited by a fixed salary. Business owners have the opportunity to build systems, serve larger numbers of customers, and create assets that continue generating income long into the future. Whether you choose employment, entrepreneurship, or a combination of both, your focus should always remain on creating value. People are paid according to the value they provide. Businesses earn revenue by solving customers' problems. Employees receive promotions by making meaningful contributions. Entrepreneurs succeed by creating products and services that improve people's lives. Ask yourself regularly: what problems can I solve? What skills can I improve? How can I become more valuable to others? These questions often lead to greater opportunities and higher income. As your income begins to grow, avoid the temptation to increase your lifestyle at the same pace. Many people receive raises only to spend every additional dollar they earn. This is known as lifestyle inflation, and it prevents long-term wealth from developing. Instead, commit to increasing your savings and investments whenever your income rises. For example, if you receive a salary increase, consider investing a large portion of the extra income before adjusting your spending. This simple habit allows your wealth to grow much faster over time. Networking also plays an important role in increasing your income. The relationships you build can introduce you to career opportunities, business partnerships, mentors, clients, and valuable advice. Attend professional events. Join industry groups. Build genuine relationships with people who inspire growth and success. Approach every interaction with a willingness to learn and contribute. Strong relationships often create opportunities that cannot be found through job advertisements alone. Finally, remember that increasing your income is not about working yourself into exhaustion. The goal is to become more valuable, more skilled, and more intentional with your career and business decisions. Over time, your knowledge, experience, reputation, and abilities become assets that continue producing greater financial opportunities. Every additional dollar you earn has the potential to become an investment that works for you for years to come. Your income provides the fuel for your wealth-building journey, but earning more money alone is not enough. The next step is learning how to manage that money wisely. In the next chapter, you'll discover how to master your finances through budgeting, disciplined spending, eliminating unnecessary debt, and building a strong financial foundation that supports long-term wealth. Chapter 3, Master Your Money. In the previous chapter, we discussed the importance of increasing your income. But earning more money alone does not guarantee financial success. Many people earn excellent salaries yet struggle financially because they never learn how to manage their money wisely. The path to becoming a millionaire is built on more than income. It requires financial discipline. If you cannot manage a small amount of money responsibly, it becomes much more difficult to manage a large amount. That's why mastering your money is one of the most important skills you can develop. The first step is creating a budget. For some people, the word budget sounds restrictive. They imagine it means giving up everything they enjoy. In reality, a budget is simply a plan for your money. Instead of wondering where your money went at the end of each month, you decide in advance where it will go. A good budget helps you prioritize your spending. It ensures that essential expenses are covered, savings are consistent, and unnecessary spending is kept under control. Start by listing all your monthly income. Then write down your fixed expenses, such as housing, transportation, insurance, and utilities. Next, include variable expenses like groceries, entertainment, and personal spending. Finally, set aside money for savings and investments before spending on non-essential items. Remember this simple principle: pay yourself first. Instead of saving whatever money happens to be left at the end of the month, make saving your first financial priority. Even if you begin with a small amount, consistency is far more important than size. Over time, those regular contributions can grow into significant wealth. The next principle is living below your means. This habit is one of the biggest differences between people who build wealth and those who constantly struggle financially. Living below your means does not require living without joy or comfort. It simply means spending less than you earn and resisting the temptation to increase your lifestyle every time your income increases. Many people fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation. They receive a raise, buy a more expensive car, move into a larger house, or spend more on luxury items. Although their income increases, their financial situation often stays the same because their expenses grow just as quickly. Millionaires often think differently. Rather than spending every extra dollar, they invest much of it. They allow their money to grow instead of allowing their expenses to grow. Another important step toward financial freedom is eliminating unnecessary debt. Not all debt is the same. Some forms of debt, such as loans used responsibly to acquire appreciating assets or education, may contribute to long-term financial growth. However, high-interest consumer debt used to purchase items that quickly lose value can become a major obstacle to building wealth. If you have debt, create a repayment plan. Pay at least the minimum payment on every debt while directing extra money toward one balance at a time. As each debt is eliminated, apply those payments to the next one until you become debt-free. Reducing debt frees up more of your income for saving, investing, and creating wealth. Equally important is building an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Unexpected medical expenses, vehicle repairs, job changes, or family emergencies can happen at any time. Without emergency savings, many people rely on credit cards or loans when unexpected expenses arise, creating even more financial stress. An emergency fund provides stability and peace of mind. Even starting with a modest savings goal can make a significant difference. Over time, work toward building several months' worth of essential living expenses in a readily accessible account. Financial discipline also means becoming intentional about every purchase. Before buying something, pause and ask yourself a few simple questions. Do I truly need this? Will this purchase improve my life in a meaningful way? Could this money be invested instead? Am I buying this because I plan to, or because of emotion or impulse? These questions help reduce unnecessary spending and encourage thoughtful financial decisions. Tracking your expenses is another powerful habit. Many people are surprised when they discover how much money disappears through small, repeated purchases. A daily coffee, frequent takeout meals, unused subscriptions, and impulse shopping may seem insignificant individually, but together they can amount to thousands of dollars each year. Review your spending regularly. Look for areas where you can reduce waste without sacrificing your quality of life. The money you save can then be redirected toward investments that help build your future. Financial success also requires consistency. Managing your money well isn't something you do once. It's a habit you practice every month, every paycheck, and every financial decision. Some months will be easier than others. Unexpected expenses will occur. There may be times when progress feels slow. Don't become discouraged. Small, consistent improvements often produce remarkable results over many years. As your income grows, continue following the same principles. Increase your savings. Increase your investments. Avoid unnecessary debt. Keep your spending intentional. Review your financial goals regularly. These habits create a strong financial foundation capable of supporting long-term wealth. Remember, becoming a millionaire isn't only about how much money you earn. It's also about how effectively you manage the money you already have. Every dollar you control wisely becomes another building block in your financial future. Now that you've learned how to earn more and manage your money effectively, it's time to discover how your money can begin working for you. In the next chapter, we'll explore the principles of long-term investing and the extraordinary power of compound growth. Chapter 4: Invest for long-term wealth. So far, you've learned how to develop the mindset of a millionaire, increase your income, and manage your money wisely. These are essential building blocks, but there is another step that separates those who simply earn money from those who build lasting wealth. That step is investing. Saving money is important, but saving alone is rarely enough to create significant wealth. Inflation gradually reduces the purchasing power of money sitting in a bank account. To build long-term financial security, your money needs the opportunity to grow. Investing allows your money to work for you. Instead of trading your time for every dollar you earn, investing gives your money the chance to generate additional money. Over many years, this process can produce remarkable results. One of the greatest advantages an investor has is the power of compound growth. Compounding occurs when your investments earn returns, and those returns begin earning returns of their own. Over time, this creates a snowball effect. What starts as modest growth can become substantial as the years pass. Imagine planting a single tree. At first, it grows slowly. But as the years go by, it becomes larger, stronger, and produces seeds that grow into more trees. Investing works in a similar way. Every dollar you invest has the potential to grow, and that growth can continue building upon itself. The key to benefiting from compound growth is starting as early as possible. Many people delay investing because they believe they need a large amount of money to begin. In reality, consistency often matters more than the size of your first investment. Even small amounts invested regularly over many years can grow into significant sums. The important thing is to develop the habit of investing consistently. Think of investing as paying your future self. Each investment is a decision to create opportunities and financial freedom later in life. While the rewards may not appear immediately, every contribution moves you closer to your long-term goals. Consistency is one of the most powerful principles in investing. Successful investors do not try to predict every movement in the market. They understand that markets naturally experience periods of growth and decline. Instead of reacting emotionally to short-term changes, they continue investing according to their long-term plan. Trying to buy at the perfect moment or sell at exactly the right time is extremely difficult, even for experienced professionals. A disciplined investment strategy often outperforms emotional decision-making. Another important concept is diversification. Diversification simply means spreading your investments across different types of assets rather than placing all your money into a single investment. The idea behind diversification is straightforward. If one investment performs poorly, others may perform better, helping reduce overall risk. This principle has been used by successful investors for generations because it creates a more balanced portfolio that is better prepared for changing market conditions. Understanding risk is also essential. Every investment carries some level of risk. Generally speaking, investments with the potential for higher returns also involve greater uncertainty. Successful investors don't ignore risk. They study it. They understand it. And they make decisions that match their financial goals, time horizon, and comfort level. Avoid making investment decisions based purely on excitement, fear, or headlines. Instead, focus on education, careful research, and long-term planning. Patience is another characteristic shared by many wealthy investors. The financial markets will experience good years and difficult years. There will be periods when investment values rise quickly, and there will be periods when they decline. These fluctuations are a normal part of long-term investing. Patient investors understand that temporary setbacks do not necessarily change the long-term value of a well-planned investment strategy. Rather than becoming discouraged by short-term volatility, they remain focused on their long-term objectives. Successful investing also requires continuous learning. The financial world evolves over time. New industries emerge. Technologies change. Economic conditions shift. The more you learn about investing, the better prepared you'll be to make informed financial decisions. Read books on investing. Study financial markets. Learn basic financial concepts. Understand the investments you choose rather than simply following trends or copying what others are doing. Knowledge builds confidence, and confidence supports better decision-making. It's equally important to avoid emotional investing. Fear and greed have caused many people to make poor financial decisions. Some investors panic during market declines and sell at the worst possible time. Others become overly excited during periods of rapid growth and take unnecessary risks. Millionaires often approach investing with discipline rather than emotion. They rely on planning instead of panic. They trust proven principles instead of chasing quick profits. Their focus remains on building wealth steadily over many years. As your investments grow, continue reinvesting your earnings whenever possible. Allow dividends, interest, and investment gains to remain invested so they can continue benefiting from compound growth. The longer your money stays invested, the greater its potential to grow. Remember that investing is not about becoming rich overnight. It is about creating financial freedom gradually through patience, consistency, and wise decision-making. Every investment you make today is a seed planted for your future. Some seeds take years to produce meaningful results, but those who continue planting eventually enjoy the harvest. By combining a strong mindset, increasing income, disciplined money management, and consistent investing, you are building a powerful foundation for long-term wealth. In the next chapter, we'll explore another key principle of becoming a millionaire: building assets that generate income, allowing your wealth to continue growing even when you're not actively working. Chapter 5: Build assets that generate income. By this point in the audiobook, you've learned how to think like a millionaire, increase your income, manage your money wisely, and invest for long-term growth. Now it's time to explore one of the most powerful principles of wealth creation: building assets that generate income. If there is one lesson that many self-made millionaires understand better than most people, it is this: wealthy people focus on acquiring assets. An asset is something that has the potential to increase in value or produce income over time. A liability, on the other hand, is something that costs you money to own or loses value over time. Understanding the difference between assets and liabilities can completely change the way you make financial decisions. Imagine two people earning the same income. The first person spends every extra dollar on expensive clothes, luxury gadgets, and items that quickly lose value. The second person uses extra income to purchase investments, build a business, or acquire assets that produce ongoing cash flow. Years later, their financial situations are likely to be very different, not because they earned different salaries, but because they made different decisions about what they bought. Every financial decision moves you toward either greater wealth or greater financial pressure. That doesn't mean you should never enjoy your money. The goal isn't to avoid spending entirely. Instead, it's to make sure your assets are growing faster than your liabilities. One of the most effective ways to build wealth is through business ownership. Businesses solve problems, provide products or services, and create value for customers. When managed successfully, a business can generate income long after it has been established. Many millionaires have built their wealth by starting small businesses, purchasing existing businesses, or investing in companies that have strong long-term potential. A business doesn't always need to begin on a large scale. Many successful companies started in a spare bedroom, garage, or as a weekend side project. The important thing is to identify a problem that people need solved and consistently provide value. Another powerful income-producing asset is real estate. For generations, real estate has been one of the most common ways people have built long-term wealth. Rental properties can generate monthly income while also having the potential to increase in value over time. Some investors purchase residential properties. Others invest in commercial buildings, vacation rentals, or land. Every type of real estate comes with its own opportunities and risks, so careful research and planning are essential before making any investment. Real estate also demonstrates an important principle of wealth building. Instead of relying only on your salary, you create assets that continue producing income month after month. Another category of income-producing assets includes dividend-paying investments. Some companies distribute a portion of their profits to shareholders in the form of dividends. These payments can provide a regular stream of income while allowing your investment to continue growing over time. Many long-term investors choose to reinvest their dividends, purchasing additional shares and allowing compound growth to accelerate their wealth-building journey. The key lesson is simple. Every asset you own has the potential to become another employee working on your behalf. While you sleep, work, travel, or spend time with your family, your investments, businesses, and other assets can continue producing value. This is one of the major differences between earned income and passive income. Earned income usually requires your time and effort. Passive income comes from assets you've already built or acquired. Although building passive income often requires significant work at the beginning, it can eventually provide greater flexibility and financial freedom. As you continue building assets, remember to reinvest your profits whenever possible. Rather than spending every dollar your assets generate, consider using some of those earnings to purchase additional assets. This creates a cycle of continuous growth. Your assets produce income. That income purchases more assets. Those new assets generate even more income. Over time, this process can become a powerful engine for wealth creation. Diversification also applies when building income-producing assets. Rather than relying entirely on one source of passive income, many successful investors gradually build several different income streams. For example, someone might own investments in businesses, hold a diversified investment portfolio, own rental property, and operate a small online business. If one source experiences temporary challenges, the others may continue generating income. Another important principle is protecting your assets. As your wealth grows, take steps to manage risk responsibly. Maintain appropriate insurance where needed. Keep accurate financial records. Avoid unnecessary debt. Continue educating yourself about financial management. Protecting what you've built is just as important as building it in the first place. Remember that acquiring assets is a long-term process. You don't need to own dozens of investments immediately. Start with one. Then build another. Allow each success to strengthen your financial position before expanding further. Patience and consistency remain your greatest advantages. Every asset you acquire becomes another step toward financial independence. Eventually, your goal is to reach the point where the income generated by your assets covers your living expenses. At that stage, you're no longer relying solely on your ability to work for money. Instead, your money and your assets are working alongside you. This is one of the foundations of lasting wealth. Building assets requires discipline, planning, and persistence, but the rewards can extend far beyond financial gain. Income-producing assets can provide greater security, more freedom over your time, and the opportunity to create opportunities for future generations. In the next chapter, we'll look beyond money itself and explore the daily habits that shape successful people. You'll discover why consistent routines, continuous learning, discipline, and strong relationships often play an even greater role in building wealth than financial knowledge alone. Chapter 6: Develop Millionaire Habits. Throughout this audiobook, we've explored the importance of mindset, increasing your income, managing your money, investing wisely, and building income-producing assets. These are all essential parts of becoming a millionaire. But there is another factor that often determines whether someone succeeds or falls short over the long term. That factor is your daily habits. Your life is shaped less by the occasional big decision and more by the small choices you make every single day. Success isn't usually built through one extraordinary moment. It's built through thousands of ordinary actions repeated consistently over many years. Millionaires understand that habits create results. If you improve your daily habits, you gradually improve your financial future. One of the most common habits among successful people is having a purposeful morning routine. Many high achievers begin their day with intention rather than reacting immediately to distractions. They take time to plan their day, review their goals, exercise, read, or spend a few quiet moments preparing mentally for the challenges ahead. A productive morning doesn't have to begin at 5 o'clock or follow someone else's schedule. The important thing is to start each day with purpose instead of allowing circumstances to control your time. Another habit shared by many successful people is continuous learning. The world changes constantly. New technologies emerge, industries evolve, and opportunities appear for those who are prepared. Millionaires often invest in their minds before they invest in anything else. They read books about business, leadership, investing, communication, productivity, and personal development. They listen to educational audiobooks and podcasts. They attend seminars and courses. Most importantly, they apply what they learn. Knowledge without action creates very little change. The combination of learning and consistent action is what produces results. Time management is another habit that separates highly successful people from those who struggle. Every person receives the same 24 hours each day. The difference lies in how those hours are used. Successful people understand that time is more valuable than money because money lost can often be earned again, but time can never be replaced. They prioritize activities that move them closer to their goals. They limit unnecessary distractions. They avoid spending excessive amounts of time on activities that produce little long-term value. Instead of asking, "How can I stay busy?" they ask, "How can I spend my time on what matters most?" Discipline is another cornerstone of long-term success. Motivation is powerful, but it comes and goes. Some days you'll feel inspired. Other days you won't. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation disappears. Discipline means saving money even when you're tempted to spend it. It means investing consistently even during uncertain times. It means continuing to learn when others have stopped growing. It means showing up every day, even when progress feels slow. The people who succeed over the long term are often not the most talented. They are simply the most consistent. Another important millionaire habit is setting goals and reviewing them regularly. Goals provide direction. Without clear goals, it's easy to become distracted by opportunities that don't align with your long-term vision. Review your goals frequently. Celebrate your progress. Adjust your plans when necessary. The destination may remain the same even if the path changes along the way. Networking is another habit that should never be overlooked. The people you spend time with influence your thinking, your expectations, and your opportunities. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth, responsibility, learning, and ambition. Seek mentors who have achieved goals similar to yours. Learn from their experiences. Ask thoughtful questions. Be willing to offer value in return. Strong relationships often open doors that talent alone cannot. Equally important is maintaining your reputation. Trust is one of the most valuable assets you can build. Be honest. Keep your promises. Treat people with respect. Deliver quality work. A good reputation takes years to build but can create opportunities throughout your lifetime. Your physical health also plays a major role in your ability to build wealth. Your body and mind are your greatest productive assets. Exercise regularly. Eat nutritious foods. Get enough sleep. Manage stress in healthy ways. A healthy body improves energy, focus, creativity, and decision-making, all of which contribute to greater success in business and finance. Another valuable habit is practicing patience. Modern society often celebrates instant success, but lasting wealth usually grows slowly. There will be setbacks. Markets will rise and fall. Businesses may experience difficult seasons. Career growth may take longer than expected. Patient people remain committed to the process even when results aren't immediately visible. They understand that today's disciplined actions create tomorrow's opportunities. Gratitude is another habit worth developing. While ambition drives you forward, gratitude reminds you to appreciate how far you've already come. Recognizing your progress creates a healthier relationship with money and success. Rather than constantly comparing yourself to others, focus on becoming a better version of yourself each day. Finally, remember that habits are not built overnight. Small improvements, repeated consistently, create remarkable results over time. Reading just a few pages each day becomes dozens of books over several years. Investing a modest amount each month becomes substantial wealth through consistency. Improving 1% every day creates enormous change over the long term. The millionaire habits we've discussed in this chapter are available to anyone. They don't require extraordinary talent. They don't depend on luck. They simply require commitment, discipline, and persistence. As these habits become part of your daily life, you'll find that success becomes less about chasing opportunities and more about becoming the kind of person who naturally creates them. In the final chapter of this audiobook, we'll bring everything together by creating a lifetime wealth plan, a practical strategy for protecting what you've built, continuing to grow your wealth, and creating a financial legacy that can benefit generations to come. Chapter 7: Create a Lifetime Wealth Plan. Congratulations! By reaching this point in the audiobook, you've built a strong foundation for financial success. You've learned how to develop a millionaire mindset, increase your income, manage your money, invest for long-term growth, build income-producing assets, and develop the daily habits that support lasting success. Now it's time to bring everything together into one final step: creating a lifetime wealth plan. Building wealth isn't about making one great financial decision. It's about following a clear plan over many years. A well-designed wealth plan keeps you focused, helps you navigate challenges, and ensures that your financial decisions align with your long-term goals. The first step is defining your vision. Ask yourself what financial success truly means to you. Is it becoming debt-free? Owning your own home? Building a successful business? Retiring early? Traveling the world? Providing opportunities for your children? Supporting causes that matter to you? Everyone's vision is different, and that's perfectly fine. Your financial plan should reflect your values, priorities, and the life you want to create. Once your vision is clear, break it down into milestones. Large goals become much more achievable when divided into smaller, measurable steps. For example, your milestones might include building your first emergency fund, Paying off all high-interest debt. Saving your first $10,000. Reaching $100,000 in investments. Purchasing your first investment property. Launching your first business. Reaching financial independence. Each milestone builds confidence and creates momentum for the next stage of your journey. Review your progress regularly. Many successful people schedule a monthly or quarterly financial review. During this review, examine your income, spending, savings, investments, and progress toward your goals. Ask yourself: am I saving consistently? Am I investing regularly? Have my expenses increased unnecessarily? What financial lessons have I learned recently? What should I improve during the next month? These regular reviews help you stay focused and make adjustments before small problems become major setbacks. Protecting your wealth is another essential part of a lifetime financial plan. Building wealth takes years of discipline and hard work. Protecting it requires wisdom. Maintain appropriate insurance where necessary. Avoid unnecessary financial risks. Keep an emergency fund available. Continue living below your means even as your wealth grows. Many people become financially successful only to lose everything because they ignored risk management. True wealth isn't measured only by how much you accumulate. It's also measured by how well you preserve it. Continue investing in yourself throughout your life. Your greatest asset isn't your bank account. It's your ability to learn, adapt, solve problems, and create value. Technology will continue changing. Markets will evolve. Industries will transform. The people who continue learning remain valuable regardless of changing economic conditions. Never assume you've learned everything. Every book you read, every course you complete, every conversation with a mentor, and every new skill you develop strengthens your future earning potential. Another important part of a lifetime wealth plan is preparing for economic uncertainty. No economy grows perfectly forever. There will be recessions. Markets will experience periods of decline. Businesses may face unexpected challenges. Jobs may change. Rather than fearing these realities, prepare for them. Maintain savings. Diversify your investments. Avoid excessive debt. Continue improving your skills. Financial preparation creates confidence during uncertain times. Patience remains one of your greatest financial advantages. Many people quit too early because they don't see immediate results. Remember that wealth is often invisible during its early stages. The first years may feel slow. But every investment, every dollar saved, every new skill learned, and every wise financial decision is building momentum beneath the surface. Over time, those consistent efforts can produce extraordinary results. As your wealth grows, think beyond yourself. Consider the legacy you want to leave. Financial success provides opportunities to help your family, support your community, contribute to meaningful causes, and create opportunities for future generations. A true legacy isn't measured only by the money you leave behind. It's also measured by the values, knowledge, and financial wisdom you pass on to others. Teach your children, family members, or those around you the principles you've learned. Share the importance of budgeting. Explain investing. Encourage hard work. Demonstrate integrity. Knowledge passed from one generation to the next can become one of the greatest gifts you ever give. Most importantly, never stop growing after reaching your financial goals. Many successful people continue learning, investing, building businesses, mentoring others, and creating value long after becoming financially secure. Wealth is not a destination. It's an ongoing journey of growth, responsibility, and contribution. Every stage of success brings new opportunities to improve yourself and positively impact the lives of others. As you move forward, remember the principles we've covered throughout this audiobook. Think like a millionaire. Increase your ability to earn. Manage your money wisely. Invest consistently. Build assets that generate income. Develop disciplined daily habits. Follow your financial plan with patience and persistence. These principles have helped countless ordinary people build extraordinary lives, and they can do the same for you if you apply them consistently. Your future is not determined by where you begin. It is shaped by the decisions you make today and the habits you continue tomorrow. With your lifetime wealth plan in place, you now have a practical roadmap for building financial freedom that can serve you for decades to come. In the final section of this audiobook, we'll review the key lessons you've learned and leave you with one final message as you continue your journey toward becoming a millionaire. Conclusion. As we come to the end of How to Become a Millionaire, take a moment to reflect on everything you've learned throughout this audiobook. We began by exploring one of the most important truths about wealth. Becoming a millionaire is not about luck, perfect timing, or being born into the right circumstances. It's about developing the right mindset, making wise financial decisions, and remaining consistent over many years. In Chapter 1, you learned that every financial journey begins with your mindset. Taking responsibility for your future, setting meaningful goals, believing that wealth is possible, and thinking long-term are the foundations upon which lasting success is built. In Chapter 2, we discussed increasing your income. By developing valuable skills, creating multiple income streams, and continually improving yourself, you increase your ability to earn and create opportunities that can accelerate your financial progress. In Chapter 3, you discovered the importance of mastering your money. Budgeting, living below your means, avoiding unnecessary debt, building an emergency fund, and practicing disciplined spending provide the financial stability needed for long-term wealth. Chapter 4 focused on investing. You learned that investing consistently and allowing compound growth to work over time can transform modest savings into significant wealth. Patience, diversification, and disciplined decision-making remain some of the greatest advantages an investor can have. In Chapter 5, we explored the importance of building assets that generate income. Businesses, investments, real estate, and other productive assets have the potential to create income that continues working for you long after the initial effort has been made. Chapter 6 reminded us that success is built through daily habits. Continuous learning, effective time management, discipline, healthy routines, and surrounding yourself with positive influences all contribute to long-term financial success. Finally, in Chapter 7, you learned how to create a lifetime wealth plan. Setting milestones, reviewing your progress regularly, protecting your wealth, preparing for uncertainty, and thinking about the legacy you want to leave help ensure that your financial success continues for decades to come. The principles you've learned throughout this audiobook are simple, but they are powerful. Think long-term. Earn more than you spend. Invest consistently. Build valuable assets. Continue learning. Stay disciplined. Be patient. Most importantly, take action. Knowledge alone will never make you wealthy. The people who achieve financial freedom are the ones who apply what they learn. Even small actions taken consistently can produce remarkable results over time. Remember that every millionaire began somewhere. No one starts with decades of experience or a lifetime of wealth. Every successful financial journey begins with a single decision to improve. Your circumstances today do not have to define your future. Whether you're just starting your career, building your first business, paying off debt, or beginning to invest, you have the ability to create positive financial change one decision at a time. There will be challenges along the way. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when progress feels slow. Don't let those moments discourage you. Stay committed to your plan. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep moving forward. The habits you develop today can shape your financial future for years to come. The investments you make today can provide opportunities tomorrow. The discipline you practice today can create freedom later in life. Never underestimate the power of consistent effort. Small actions repeated over many years often create extraordinary results. Thank you for spending your time with Money Mastery Audiobooks. We truly appreciate your support and hope that the lessons you've learned inspire you to take meaningful action toward your financial goals. If you enjoyed this audiobook, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future audiobooks covering personal finance, investing, wealth creation, entrepreneurship, and financial freedom. Sharing this audiobook with friends and family can also help others begin their own journey toward financial success. Remember, every step you take today is an investment in the person you will become tomorrow. Stay disciplined. Stay patient. Keep learning. Keep investing. Keep building. Your journey to becoming a millionaire begins with the choices you make today. Thank you for listening to How to Become a Millionaire. This is Money Mastery Audiobooks, wishing you success, prosperity, and financial freedom. Until next time, keep mastering your money and building your future.